Hi, and welcome to Your Black World News. I'm your host, Roosevelt Mitchell III. The Denver Broncos last night beat the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl by a score of 24-10. The MVP of the NFL and the Carolina Panthers quarterback, Cam Newton, had the worst game of the season. Cam Newton is a very young and talented quarterback, 6'5", 250-pound African-American quarterback who dances when he scores, very energetic, a fan favorite among many. A week leading up to the Super Bowl, Cam Newton made headlines when he told reporters that he believed that race played a part in the way that he was perceived as a quarterback. And millions of people agreed with Cam, and millions of people opposed Cam Newton on this fact. But nonetheless, it made headlines. Unfortunately for Cam Newton, people love to see him fail. So last night after the loss, the critics were in full effect. His post-game interview, his body language looked defeated. His spirit looked defeated. So he still answered several questions, but then he just got up and left before the interview was finished. And that opened up Cam Newton for another major wave of criticism, including former football player Bill Romanowski, who tweeted this: "You will never last in the NFL with that attitude. The world doesn't evolve around you, boy." As if calling a 26-year-old, 6'5", 245-pound National Football League MVP a boy. Let's talk about some of Bill Romanowski's background towards African-American football players while he was in the league. He spit in J.J. Stokes' face, whom was a black wide receiver for the 49ers. He threw a football and hit Brian Cox of the New York Jets in the crotch and was fined, who was an African-American linebacker. In 2003, he attacked his own teammate, Marcus Williams, by pulling off his helmet and punching him in his eye socket and crushing it, causing Marcus to retire. And he was even accused of being racist by even some of his teammates, including Hall of Famer Jerry Rice. And when asked last week in a magazine interview which quarterback would he rather hit, Peyton Manning, the Denver Bronco quarterback, or Cam Newton, the Carolina quarterback, this is what Bill Romanowski stated: "I'd hit Newton as hard as I possibly could, and probably at the bottom of the pile, I'd try to get him by the neck and choke him. Hopefully, he can't breathe for a long time." So let's go back to what Cam Newton said leading up to the Super Bowl about race being a factor in the way he's perceived as a quarterback. So after the Super Bowl loss, he is called a boy, not just by anybody, but by a football player who has a track record of treating African Americans a certain type of way. So I ask you, do you think that Cam Newton's criticism is fair and equal across the board? Or do you think that race actually does have something to do with the way he is criticized? I would love to hear what you have to say, so please leave a comment in the section below. And until next time, my friends, be blessed and be encouraged.